lot of you have been asking me to make a video about how I'm doing now and what I'm up to. So this is what I'm up to. This is how I look right now. Sorry I haven't been making enough videos lately. I've been really busy with a lot of stuff. I got a really bad case of food poisoning, and so I got super sick for a couple of days. And now I'm having a juice in the morning, and then I'm eating mostly things like tomatoes and strawberries, and I'm trying to eat things that are just whole foods, nothing processed. And I'm trying to stay away from things that I'm not sure about as far as food allergies go. It's almost like picnicking or snacking. Right now, I don't know how much I weigh because I decided that I'm not going to put a number on my health. I'm going to just go by how good I feel and how my clothes fit. Right now, I'm wearing pants that I couldn't have dreamed of wearing before. The size is way smaller. So that's really great. That's a good feeling. And I've been going to the gym. I've been working out. I try to go every other day, but sometimes I don't go, maybe every 2 days, every 3 days. But still, it's working out really good. My body's toning up. Rob's saying I look very different. My body is changing and shifting all the time. And, you know, I noticed that I can see my body. There's parts of my body now that I'm seeing that I haven't seen for years, you know, since my, beginning of my 30s. I have been overweight for a lot of years, so I think it happened so slowly I didn't really realize it. I forgot how little I am. I'm really little. Like, I'm not big boned. You know, whenever I used to talk to people about my weight problem, they would say, "Oh, you're big boned." No, I'm not. I just gain weight evenly, and it gains throughout my body, and you can't tell. But I am still not at the weight that I want to be yet. My arms look okay from the front, but they're big this way, and so I need to lose this. Some of this is skin, and it is tightening up as I go along. So, yeah, things are going really good. I'm really, really happy. I feel terrific. I'm not going to lie, though. I do have problems. I don't know what is wrong with me, but whatever was wrong with me before is obviously still there. But, you know, I'd have to say if I was at a 10 before, as far as how bad it was, I'm at like a 1. Like, seriously, it's almost nothing. Sometimes in the evenings, if I try to take a step, my leg will kind of buckle on me every now and then. Or some days I get fatigued and I have to take a nap. Or I have to just stay in bed the rest of the day and sleep overnight. But then I'm recharged and I'm good for a while. So my fatigue isn't something I usually feel. I usually feel like this. I'm a little bit limited on what I can do, although before, if I went to the post office, or if I just went one place, I would get home and I would be completely exhausted, and that was it. Now, I can go to the zoo all day, and then maybe go see some friends, and, I can do a lot more before I get fatigued. Although I still do get fatigued. My quality of life has improved so much. It's just incredible. And I do attribute this to being, to a lot of things. Being vegan is one of them. And I'm not saying it's for everybody, but it definitely works for me. I was known to be allergic to milk as a child. I didn't pay any attention to it growing up, and I drank as much milk as I wanted. I think milk is bad for me. Milk doesn't work for me. Meat gives me just the hardest time when I eat that. I cannot digest my food. Even if I eat prunes, I can't digest my food properly, and I have, problems digesting things. So being off the meat and being off the milk is miraculous for me. Limiting my gluten intake is a huge step for me. Exercising is good for me. And also losing weight has benefited me quite a bit. And again, I've lost about a total of 60 pounds, give or take. Maybe more by now. I don't know because I won't look. So the weights that I'm lifting at the gym are increasing. I started at, for instance, I have one where I sit in a chair and I squeeze the weights together, and then I spread the weights apart. And those I started at, I think, about 40 and then 60, and now I'm up to like 80. So I'm getting really strong, and I've built my core strength. I've been working on my back muscles and my stomach muscles. This really is a work in progress, and it is a rehabilitation because I was sedentary for a long time. Sure, I took a bike ride now and then, or sure, I took a walk now and then, but I was in really bad shape. Because I was having trouble lifting my arms before, I avoided it altogether. And so I have what seems like it might be frozen shoulders, and I'm really trying hard. I'm halfway through it. I'm halfway back, and I can't, comfortably lift my arms. It hurts me a lot, but at least I can lift them. And I have a lot of popping and cracking, and it's really a painful process, but I'm working through it, and I think that I'm going to be okay. And I was talking to my friend this morning, and he was saying, did you ever imagine that you would be in this great a shape and feeling this good again, in the depths of the darkness of when you were really, really sick and couldn't hardly walk? And I said, absolutely not. 0% chance that I would recuperate and recover. I had no faith whatsoever. I thought that I would be on disability, and frankly, sometimes I thought that I was going to die. So this is miraculous. This is great. And again, still juicing twice a day usually, and then eating a meal. And I don't eat a whole lot. It seems like a lot though when I'm eating it, Everything tastes good, everything tastes great. All the vegetables and, all the fresh whole foods that I eat. And I have gone out to Chinese food. It was a celebratory thing that my boyfriend took me to. He told me, when your juice fast is over and you can eat food, I'm taking you to Chinese. So he took me to a Chinese, and that was pretty good. So I was happy about that. But it didn't make me feel like before. Before, I used to eat Chinese, and I used to say, cool, now that I'm vegan, I can eat Chinese and I feel good afterwards and everything's fine. And this time I felt bloated, I felt full, I got a runny nose, I got congestion. There's obviously things, the only way I can be safe and really feel good is by eating whole foods that are not thrown together, and by eating stuff that I have available to myself that I make. Going out to a restaurant, chances are it's probably really not safe as far as having any kind of allergic reaction or feeling good afterwards. And, I like to know what's in my food. So, you can ask at a restaurant, but, there can be little tricks and things. So it's just best to make my own food. So that's what's been up with me lately. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do another juice fast from here. Unless it says like a 10-day. But I'm talking 30-day long-term, no. I'm done with that. I think it's a great thing. For me personally, I have a real sensitive digestive system. It's real quirky, it doesn't want to digest, the same way it doesn't want to digest meat and things like, rice, like white rice, so forget it. I'm never going to go, is the same way that it doesn't want to start up again, once the juice fast is over. I had a hell of a time getting my digestive system started back up. Of course, remember now, when I was 12, I went into the hospital with horrible pains. I couldn't move, and I had to have a surgery because my intestines they had lesions all over them, and they were really, and the doctors didn't explain much to me because I was 12. I think I need to look up those medical records, but what they told me was, you are extremely sensitive in your intestines. You can't eat anything, even slightly spicy, ever again. And of course, I was like, whatever, jalapenos, So I've had stomach troubles to the past and stuff. But for some reason, when I juice fast, when I go to start it up again, no matter what I do, hell rains down on me. It's bad. And I don't hear of that being quite so bad from a lot of other people I've talked to, but for me, it's not good. So I'll do a 10-day fast every here and there when I need to reset my metabolism or when I need to do a cleanse or something. But as far as 30 days, I'm done. I'm going to work this off. The rest of it is going to be worked off, and I am going to lift weights and let the muscle burn it off. And that's the way I'm going to do it from now on, because I am not going to soon forget what a hard time I had. Of course, I had food poisoning too, so that didn't make it easier, but still, not to mess around with my digestive system. So, what are my favorite snacks? I don't know if you want to hear this, but I like cherry tomatoes. Right now, my big thing is cherry tomatoes, the orange ones. Oh my God. After I eat a pint of those, I feel really, really good. Of course, if I'm going to work out or something, I make sure to eat some lentils or quinoa or, get a lot of protein for that. But other than that, I've just been mostly juicing and eating little things. I go to the store and I look around, and whatever looks good in the produce section, I just grab it. A lot of avocados too. I love avocados. And I love pineapple too. Pineapple's really good. And coconut water. I will forever be addicted to coconut water, especially right out of the coconut if possible. So please feel free to write me, because I'm pretty good about writing back, or at least I try to be. And I do encourage video responses too. I want to hear what you guys are doing and how you're doing and what kind of things you eat and what kind of effects you've had. Thanks for watching, and I encourage your feedback. And as far as good health and making changes and exercising and losing weight and getting yourself into a forward motion in your life instead of stagnating and sitting at that TV and eating junk food and really going downhill. And for those of you who are 20 and super strong and invincible, it will catch up to you. So if you start now, you can keep your youth. Kind of freeze your age, especially if you're a raw food person. Eating well is the fountain of youth. It really is. That is, they've been looking for it forever. It's right there, the food you eat. So eating wholesome and raw is good, and making that lifestyle change can really change your life, especially if you're in poor health. Your health will improve so much. And I believe it all starts with a juice fast. That's good, because it allows your body a chance to heal itself fully. And so with all of this being said and all these different changes that can make your life really great, I'm here to tell you that I'm doing it, and you can too.